Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Ace, he, him, his, and it is June, which means, oh, sorry, there's something on my screen, which means I'm finally gonna show off my website I made so that people actually know what's in it. The link is in the description of all my Pride Month videos, um, and I spent a lot of time on it, so I, I hope it's okay. Please keep in mind, I'm only one person, and I have very limited background in certain areas, so I did my best. There is a way that you can email and send in suggestions, edits, um, additions, I am so happy to receive any and everything. Um, so yeah, let's take a look here. So this is my first page. I decided to name it Dedicated to the Plus, because everybody, I mean, like, you got the big four, the LGBT, um, but I feel like if you're not one of those things, it can be pretty hard to find out what you are. If like I don't want to say normal, but like what everybody else views as normal is not how you experience life and attraction, and gender. It can be really hard. I know it was really hard for me because I didn't have the words for what I was experiencing, and so it just made me really confused. It made me feel really weird about myself. Um, and I just want people to be able to have access. This site, you do have to access it through the link. You can't look it up, because of how it is. I don't have my own domain or anything. Um, but the link's in the description. The link is on my LGBT Tumblr. I did I get it onto my Instagram yet? I don't know if I got it onto the queer Instagram yet, but it's places. You can find it. Um, so we'll start scrolling down. This thing with the hearts took me forever. Um, I wrote a little thing, what we stand for. It kind of makes it sound like there's more than one person working on it. It's just me. I'm trying my best. Um, I did mention straight on here that on desktop, if you control F, uh, it's super easy to find if you're looking for something specific, which I use that all the time. Here, yeah, so here's the get in touch. Like you can send it straight through the website, or you can use this Gmail to send it, and that's a link to my Tumblr, my LGBT Tumblr, my LGB Tumblr, if you will. No. Anyway, so I have it separated out: attractions, gender identities, cultural identities, some real life experiences, online resources, help numbers, fact, and then under more is just helpful terms because there wasn't enough space to, I guess. It really annoys me. It bothers me, okay? It it bothers me more than it bothers you, okay? I have to live with this. Um, so here on attractions, uh, a lot of them is about fluidity or asexuality or aromanticism because that's where most things fall if they're not the LG or B. I mean, obviously there's like pan and stuff. So here's abro, ace slash aerospike, agosexual, akoi slash lith. Some of these there's like multiple names for because they were like separately coined, because it's really hard to access different, like try to find exactly what it is when the only other person who's described it is like this random redditor or random Tumblr user, or just like it's hard to get to, so sometimes different names pop up for the same thing. um so I'm not going to go through all of these, obviously, like you can look through yourself, but um yeah, and for like some of these, like you can see the asexual side and the aromantic side because you can stick whatever, this is a prefix, stick it on whatever suffix you want. Um And so I tried to get as much as I could. Some of them, there wasn't any flag available for me to use at the time of adding them. Um, some of them, it's like some of them it's like difficult for me personally to explain. So if you are one of these and you think my explanation is not quite doing it, please let me know. I want to do well. I want this to be helpful for people. Um, so I organized it with what's that called? Alphabetical. I organized it alphabetically. Um, and so that's my whole attraction. Like, see on the bottom, I write, "Don't see your identity. Shoot us an email, and we'll get it up ASAP." Again, ASAP for me, it might take a couple days. It might take a couple weeks. I'm trying. Gender identities. There's a lot of these. Um, and obviously, I don't experience all of these. I don't know why that's obvious. That's not obvious. That's not obvious. But I don't. So what I'm trying to say is, again, if you know better than I do, which is highly likely, um, go ahead and tell me. Let me know. Send an email. If you respond to this video with a comment, that works too. Just know that if you do respond with a comment, you are opening yourself up to the internet, and I don't know if you want to do that. I personally try not to do that very often. So I would recommend doing the email. And then I had a lot of fun researching different cultural identities. I had a lot of help with this from watching Jiren, uh, because like she did that whole series with the Southeast Asian series. It was two videos, but with the Southeast Asians, with Raya, and they talked. There was like this whole big section about talking about the cultural identities and stuff. So that I took some inspiration from that. I definitely was helpful to hear actual Southeast Asians talk about what they were talking about so that when I looked it up, it made more sense to me. And I would definitely recommend looking into these and trying to find people who are actually from that culture and actually experiencing that, like get their point of view. Because obviously I'm American. Um, I I've never really been out. I don't have a passport. I've never been outside the US. My range of knowledge on cultural things is fairly limited to whatever I can find online, some of which is very accurate, some of which might be misleading me. Um, so again, if any of these are your identity or you're part of this culture and I've got something a little mixed up, please let me know. I would I love any and all comments on this type of stuff to help me get this right for other people. Um, and it goes without saying, and even though I did say it, don't use an identity that's not part of your culture or heritage. Um, because there are nuances to these, and it's just like disrespectful. What's the word I'm trying to say? It is appropriation at that point. It's not a word that they're trying to share with you. Uh, and it just not do it. You don't need to. There's so many words out there that you can use. You just don't use something that's not yours. All right? It's like when you go to somebody else's house, you don't touch things that aren't yours unless they give you explicit permission. So, yeah, so I organized the how did I yeah, I organized these again by alphabetical. I was thinking maybe I should organize these alphabetically by the peoples instead of by alphabetically by the identity. Let me know if you think that would be more helpful. Um, because I have a feeling it might be. Uh, the reason I haven't yet is because that's not the way I set it up in the first place, and then it is a little it's pretty difficult to switch them all around. It takes forever to try to switch things around on Wix. It's not very user friendly in that way for people who are actually making the sites. Real life experiences. Um, we have me right on top, so that's fun. This is actually me trying to shorten it as much as possible. Um, and I'll have a video, I don't know if it's coming out before this one or not, but I'll have a video that's like my journey thus far. So you can hear all about me in that. There's some other people. If you want to write up a little thing for the website, you can stick it in the comments, you could email it, you can hit up my Instagram or my Tumblr and DM me. Any of those is fine if you want to put, like, obviously, like, all I need from you is your name, your pronouns, your identities, and then whatever you want to write about it. Like, you can see different people write about different things here. Um, so yeah, just those are the only things I need to know. The names so that I can, identify you as you want to be identified. I'm not going to use any last names, obviously. Your pronouns so that I can refer to you properly, and then obviously your identity so I can stick little flags in here. And then, your little writing piece. Yeah. So then I have online resources. I had to add this disclaimer because some people they did send me an email. They sent me an email, which means they got onto my website via one of my links because that's the only way you can access it. So that makes them a little less sketchy, but it's still a little but they sent me like two different people that I'm pretty sure are from the same overall company or whatever. They sent me links to add to stuff, so I added the little disclaimer that I personally cannot verify every service that may be offered on any of the websites I've listed. Um, and I do my best to make sure the information on them is accurate. Obviously, I'm still only one person, so if there might be something a little ooh, on something, if you find that I've listed a site and you go to that site and you're like, all of this is wrong, what is happening? Do send me an email, please, and I will get rid of it. Or if you know a really good helpful site that I don't have listed here, also please send me an email because I would love to list it for all the good queers out there. Um, Yeah, so we have like the obvious places like PFLAG, GLAD, GLSEN. Um, we have there are some resources for parents, children, teachers, like the whoa. The It Gets Better project. I'm pretty sure that one's no, not that one. The Q card maybe? I don't know. No, Q card's different. Um Oh yeah, so there's like Stop Bullying, Advocates for Youth. Oh yeah, and there's like APA that's for like schools and stuff. So if you want to send your teachers something, if you have teachers that are interested and you like want to shoot them some links, I have some websites you can check out. Um, and different places like the APA has a couple different pages. I don't want you to have to sort through all of the APA because some of it can be triggering. So this is just the stuff that I feel would be particularly helpful. Um, yeah, and here's more for teachers. Um, and the CDC on HIV, because that is something that affects obviously a lot of gay men because it's transferred through blood and you're a lot more likely to come into blood contact when you're doing anal just because of the the walls in there aren't You get it. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. Look it up. Actually, don't look it up. There's a lot of really bad, incorrect information out there about HIV. Um, wow. But that's not what this video is about. If you want me to do a deep dive for you into HIV and the effects on the queer population, I mean, just let me know. I'll do it. But that's not what this video is. So, the ACE glossary, I actually follow someone on Tumblr who made that, and it's very helpful. I didn't include all of the identities on there into my website, for various reasons. I can't go through them all right now because I don't remember. But I know that I didn't include some of them, and I know that there was reasons, because otherwise I would have included them. Um, but if you want more and you want more comprehension, if you're like, yeah, I'm probably asexual, but I don't know which kind, or like, just see, that's a good one. That's a really good one. This one, I got a lot of terms from there. I didn't include all of the ones that are on the wiki, and I have some that aren't on the wiki, I believe. Um, and yeah, so there's that. Um, Yeah, and so there's like some for, oh, there's another one for educators. Uh, and there's some for parents, and there's some that's just general, like not necessarily directly about LGBTQ plus stuff, but like we out here suffering. So I'm gonna help a little bit. I'm gonna let you know where you can go. Um, and there's some universities. Oh, the Queer Indonesia Archive. That one's a pretty good one for if you want to research about Indonesia. Um, some of these are playlists, like these two are playlists that I created on YouTube. Um, if you know any videos that you want me to add to those, go ahead and like, drop a comment on this video and I will hop right on it. Um, Yeah, like I think these last three were ones that those mildly sketchy businesses sent me. Um, or maybe at least the last two. I think the last two maybe. Um, why is there a link in here? That's not supposed to be in there. Don't click that. Is that supposed to be in here? I'll find out and I'll let you know. Uh, okay. Help numbers. These are just various hotlines for things that aren't necessarily related, but you know, people be suffering. So, and I have them for different places. I don't know how accurate all of these are. Sometimes they change. I live in the United States, so I don't know if the Russian suicide hotline has changed, like but if you see something that's out of date, please let me know. I want this to be accurate for the people who may or may not need it. Not that I think there's like all these people from these different places viewing my website, but if there were to be at some point, I would like for them to have accurate information. They frequently asked questions. There's like types of attraction, action versus attraction, identity versus expression. Um, how to interact with someone you knew as one gender but is now another. That's a question I got from one of my teachers in high school. Like they wanted to be respectful, but they knew this person from before because they were at like a convention and they knew this person as one gender, but now this year they were obviously presenting as a different one. Um, and they were wondering how do they go about interacting with that person now because they don't want to use their dead name and incorrect pronouns. So that's where that one came from. Why are there so many identities? That came from everyone. Everyone out there always asking why so many. Well, probably because there's a lot of different people out there who experience life in different ways, and it's not a bad thing. And if you think it's a bad thing, you probably shouldn't come to my channel. I don't know why you're here, I gotta be honest. Uh, just be respectful. I mean, respect pronouns and respect if somebody says no to you. That's pretty much all you gotta do in life. It's not that hard. It's really not. um, are aspec attractions part of LGBTQ plus? That is apparently discourse now, even though, we were at Stonewall, but whatever. Okay. Sorry. I'm a little salty about it, being asexual and aromantic myself. I'm like, but whatever. Whatever. If you think they're not, also, again, why are you here? I don't know why you're here. Please leave. Respectfully, feel free to block me. I don't want to interact with you. It's just are intersex people part of LGBTQ plus? That one a bit complicated. Okay, sorry. I was trying to say too many words and it wasn't working. It's a little complicated. I'm not intersex. Even one singular intersex person can't speak for all of intersex people. So pretty much if they want to be, sure. If they don't, then they don't have to be. Don't automatically include them. Don't tell them they're not allowed if they want to be included. That's how I feel personally. Because the thing about the queer community, I'm gonna call it that because there's the LGBT group, whatever. And then there's the queer community, like the people who are really in it. That's anybody who's outside the norm. Like I can go into the whole history of like kink and what is it? The people who are deviants and whatever being part of queer culture. I can do that if you want me to. I'll do it. Ask me to. I'll do it. I should just one comment. I'll do it. I'll make you a whole ass presentation. You're gonna get learned. But anyway, it's fine. I need to update my r cishet people ratified because I need to also mention you might be accidentally misgendering someone. That needs to be added. I'm gonna add that. So by the time you view this, if it's not added, send me very angry emails and tell me to get my shit together. But like not too angry because I might cry. That would be bad for everybody. And by everybody I mean me. Please don't. Yeah, so there's that. And then helpful terms. Those are just like things that are not identity words but might be helpful for understanding what are we talking about? They might be helpful for understanding queer shit. Well, that's just I said what I said. I don't. Okay, it's just bear with me, okay? Wow. Yeah. So here we go. Also, anyone out there who's like, queer is a slur, leave right now. Leave. If you want me to explain it, if you want me to make a video explaining it, leave a comment. I'll do it. I will explain to you why you're wrong. Because, well, I mean, it was. But so was gay. And we use that all the time. So, I mean, it's just whatever. Whatever. I'm not salty about it. I'm a little salty. I'm very salty about it. I don't even know why I'm trying to lie to you. I am a literal pile of salt about it. Yeah. Anyway, that's my website. And that's pretty fun, I think. Also, our little icon here, it's literally just a rainbow flag that I put a plus on top of. That's it. That's all it is. We welcome you, even if you're nutty and think any of the things I told you to leave for. You're still welcome here. but not really. Please leave. Okay, bye.